So we've been looking forward to this event, and now we're here. So this is the annual workshop and meeting of the Association of University Librarians in Nigeria, and this event was organized by NULIB, an arm in AULNU. So I'm glad to be here today, and we can't wait to share with the audience here. So thank you very much.
Our guest speaker, Dr. Femi Joshua, it is here. He's the CEO of African School of Sales Management. All members of executive members of AULNU, all executive members of NULIB, and resource persons, past executives of this distinguished association, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen.
Sylvester Ebhonu is Caribbean, Nigerian, and current head of faculty at University University of Nigeria. With me this morning to present to us our first speaker. Welcome, Mr. Sylvester this morning. Thank you and welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Professor Ogbala, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Mark, for this opportunity. The members of your executive, I want to say thank you to all of you. Madam Buki, who is not here, she passionately planned this event and was excited about the opportunity for everybody here. I only found out yesterday that she can't make it, and I was really hoping to meet with her in person. I want to thank her. Please, can we just celebrate Madam Buki, Dr. Emiri, and all members of the executives, please? Thank you. Thank you. I would like to also appreciate the person who has released me to be here today, Professor CBN Ogbogo, the Vice Chancellor of Admiralty University of Nigeria, a federal university based in Abuja. My university librarian is supposed to be here. She wanted to be here. She really, I believe she's here in person. Dr. Mrs. Gladys Onya. Can you help me just celebrate her in absentia? The opportunity of standing before you today is something I have requested someone to record so that I will never forget it in my life. I want to say thank you to you for giving me the opportunity to address you today and to speak to you today on a very important subject as what we see on the screen.
I say use your AI more than you use the AI. What is expected here is no matter, at no time should AI give you a result, whether for analysis or for writing, that you should carry it verbatim and start deploying. Even that site we created, if I deploy that site directly without checking the codes, I have a problem for myself.
Put together, did a compilation of these tools, and we published a book. The book is on Amazon, right? That book lists different types of AI for different purposes. Are we together? So when I come out like this to teach and recommend, I look at the ones that are simple, that are free, and that's simple, free, and user friendly, that can actually deliver the job for you. Are we together? Because you wouldn't want to live here and not be able to use what I teach you. I don't know if you understand. Now, I talked about a first ever, every interaction with this AI called Bibliomentor, you want to write that down, is something you can implement in your library. Okay, this one you customize it, you train it with what you need, right? and it makes the librarian to be what? Professionally stronger and better prepared to face everyday challenge in the office or in the line of their duties. And that's why we are unique. We don't do research the way other people do research. Am I correct? Can we clap for ourselves? Here's how you can navigate the resources effectively for whatever you want to search. Number one, you start by going to AAOE. It gives you the link. This link takes you to the database through your website, because we have trained it that way. And it tells you, use the search bar, do this, and these are possible keywords that you can use for your research. I don't know if this is making sense to us right now.
Yes.
Take note that we are actually trying to evaluate smart libraries in this context by services, not by whether it is intelligent, whether it is complying to inclusivity. We want to look at the services you're currently rendering and the decisions you're taking. Are they being data driven, right? Let's see what our results turns out to be. But if you don't publish, you what? Now, let me use this now exact word. But now we have to assess in the middle. We only assess at the end. You agree with me? After end of semester, when semester you do exam, and at the end you have graduated. Whether you have a first class is nobody's business. The exam is what determines whether you are intelligent or not. The impact value, the paper you publish, if it's in Scopus, that's what matters. We always look at the end. Douglas is proposing, can academics start assessing in the middle? This is what happens in developed countries. When you write a paper or a student doing your postgraduate work, they don't assess the results you bring. They ask you, you used AI good. How did you use the AI? What were the prompts you used? What was the process you followed to produce this article? Give them the process and they are satisfied. They will grade you by the process. It says another thing about bias. There is a digital divide, and there will be an even greater one if underrepresented groups, countries, don't have a seat at the table. You see what Kenya was saying. If we are not in that place where they are developing these things, and we keep being at the consumption end, which I feel, with due respect, that librarianship for so long have always been in the consumption end of digital products or technology. You want to install Quora in your library, you are looking for a vendor. You want to do anything you want to do in that library, you don't have a system. Where are the system analysts here? You don't have a system analyst that can say, okay, I have an idea, let me try something. So how do we want our libraries in Nigeria to be better when we don't want to learn HTML? We don't want to learn CSS. These are basic programming, basic level information that will help us understand what these ICT people are doing. To gain insight on a topic, have I plagiarized? Thank you very much. The decision is clear. Next, if I draft my own thoughts, my ideas, and say I copy those ideas and I put it on an AI tool for perfection, for review, have I plagiarized? Thank you. Number 3, if I prompt an artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and rephrase the response that it gives to me using Quillbot or Monica AI, have I plagiarized? On your mic, and let's clear this doubt. So meaning, if you are advocating that for people who carry AI's work,
Yes, sir.
and then rephrase it, they are plagiarized.
They have plagiarized. You have to do a lot of homework.
Thank you very much, sir. Your decision and opinion is clear. Where are the other people? Thank you. One last opinion.
I said that if you don't cite the author, even if it is AI you use to structure something, because it works on data, and it is trained to get information from textbooks, essay, and the like, and without you citing the author, referencing it properly, to me, it's plagiarism.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Our group, we discussed about the issues given as in the case of students submitting 100% AI. So we decided that the case should be reported. The fact that the work will be rejected with immediate effect, but it should be reported to the designated board by that university. And then, there must have been a policy in place for on the use of AI. So those are the those are the recommendations that we make in handling that. Then for the challenges that are faced by librarians, when we talk about the infrastructure to be used, because these students, they have better infrastructure than the library itself when it comes to using all these AI tools that we're talking about. And then the effective use also of AI, like challenges like the librarians, we might not have the skills and all others. So recommendations now, we recommended that librarians should be carried along in policy generation and implementation.
Celebrate this team as they present their thoughts and opinion to the secretariat.
First question is, if students begin submitting 100% AI written assignments, what should be the library's official response? The first response is information on AI, on ethical use of AI tools for academic use. The second one is advocacy for AI ethical use policy for the university. And the third one is emphasize on the use of AI. This one cannot be, overemphasized. And the next one is conferences, workshops, and seminars. We have gotten so many insights from this workshop, so we need to go back home and spread it around. Then the next one is use of policy measures. Once there's policy measures in place, students will be afraid to
punish students. What challenges will you experience in implementing these ideas?
Challenges, there are so many. Institutional bottlenecks, ignorance of the part of the university librarian. Sometimes if you don't
ignorance of the university
librarian.
Great.
Now,
so how will this be solved?
All right, advocacy. Then communicate from this kind of workshop can lead to policy formulation.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. And another thing is information and media literacy among others.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 6, and we are going to present our own discussion. Number one, on the issue of students, lecturers complaining that students are over-dependent on AI, we have suggested information literacy instruction, in the sense that an information literacy instruction policy will be all-encompassing in helping students understand the various resources that they have and how they can use them ethically. So we can suggest that to the management. On some of the challenges that librarians face with management, one is territorial battles in the sense that where librarians operate in silos, and then they now go to faculty trying to make recommendations. They start asking you, who do you think you are, that you are coming, you're just a librarian. I think the last group mentioned it. You're just a librarian and you're trying to tell me what to do. I think that's the second one. And then the third one is also lack of respect for librarians, which also dovetails from the previous one, where you have them thinking that librarians are not necessarily academic. And then lastly, lack of resistance to change. Yeah, when you have faculty telling you something like, we've been doing it this way and this is what we think, or where the students are not even interested in the library, they feel you are outdated and you're not bringing
How do you
changes.
solve all this?
Okay, we said that librarians should not operate in silos. They should try to establish a relationship with the faculty long before problems are identified. Secondly, we can do enlightenment, awareness programs, make the students know that the library is their friend, that the library is the intellectual infrastructure of that institution. Lastly, stakeholders should be informed on the role and importance of librarians, and then we also need to create greater awareness on the roles and responsibilities of librarians. Thank you.
Please, can we celebrate?
The policy must emphasize on the percentage of use depending on the institutional realities. The policy should also be made known to both the student and the staff of the university. And in addition, students should be taught on how to use AI ethically.
I believe that the future of knowledge still has a human heart. We may be seeing everything like, is there hope for librarianship? Is there hope for adults? Things are becoming, no human heart again. This face is taking over everything. But I still believe that at the middle of all, the human heart still comes to play. And as librarians who are guardians of knowledge, those hearts are ours to protect.